It's time to check Adam's voicemail.
Spaceman, this is Warren up in Folsom. Just heard breaking press release. The Governor has steered $100 million towards affordable housing in the Palisades and Eaton fire districts. Just what we thought might happen all this time. Here we go. Get it on.
You can leave us a message at 888-634-1744.
Yeah. You know, this whole, like, there's no affordable housing in Brentwood or Beverly Hills or Malibu. Yeah, bitch. That's how it works. That's how
I'm going to apply for Section 8 in Calabasas.
Yeah, listen, I was poor most of my life, and no, there was no housing in Malibu. That's where rich people live. That's how it works. Now, there was apartments in North Hollywood, and that's where I lived, and it was fine. Now, here's the whole deal about this. Your job isn't to get a poor family a home in the Palisades. Your job is to have affordable housing in reasonable neighborhoods that are safe and clean and orderly. So if, like, people are like, man, it's Sodom and Gomorrah out here. My kid's got to dodge gunfire, walk into school. Well, how about you clean up that fucking neighborhood? Don't take those people, pick them up and move them to the Palisades. And by the way, I got bad news for you, but if you pick up those people and move them to the Palisades, then your kid's going to have to run serpentine to fucking Palisades High because gunfire is going to be going off because guess who's firing the fucking guns? Those fucking people. So clean up that neighborhood, make that, there's no reason why you shouldn't be able to live anywhere in the San Fernando Valley. It should be safe and clean and orderly.
Stay low and run in a zigzag pattern, Chad.
Yes, Chad. So that's what they're going to do. There's this weird thing where they're constantly, their number one priority is figure out a way to get shit away from people that work hard and earn their money and give it to other people to somehow fix their life. That shit doesn't work. It doesn't work. You know how everyone who wins the lottery ends up fucking bankrupt 3 years later, or they die of an OD or whatever? It doesn't. You can't do that. They can earn their way. You can teach them a trade. You can try to create an environment where they can flourish, but you can't hand them shit.
With great power comes great response, a trillatrans.
All right, what do you got there?
All right, here's some Peak, California. An arsonist stopped by fitness influencers along the Hollywood Hills hiking trail. Yeah, one of my favorite spots to hike Runyon Canyon. The man was arrested.
Influencer. Yeah, you know who our fitness fucking influencer? Arnold fucking Schwarzenegger.
Yeah.
Just fucking jacked out of his mind. Jacked out of his mind. That's who our fitness influencer was. Like that dude.
Everything feels like calming.
By the way, you being a 23-year-old chick and not being fat doesn't make you a fitness influencer.
Well, she fills out them yoga pants quite right. Have you seen her OF?
I'm saying, again, your ass being the right shape doesn't, when you're 23, doesn't make you it doesn't mean we need to follow your advice.
I know.
How did you get such a shapely ass? That's always fucking boring. You know, we do this all the time. It's like, Heidi Klum, what are your secrets? Fucking great genetics, bro.
Well, I'll tell you here. Okay, all right. Back in my day, no, they didn't have Instagram influencers figuring out how to make your butt perfect. And these days, butts are at an all-time high.
Are they? You butt guy?
I mean, I am, but you know what I mean? I dance around the subject in every direction.
All right. Okay. All right.
But I'm just saying, like, yeah, they caught him. He was caught in the...
Wait, do we have footage?
Yeah, we have some footage there. He's starting a fire. He literally got it going. Check him out.
So he's starting a fire in Runyon Canyon.
Yeah, and he just took off. They saw him, started filming it. Yeah, he's sauntering off even. Sauntering. And then having a chat with looks like a lineman for the Seattle Seahawks.
Always good to have a big brother on the
trail.
Yeah.
I think that guy got a single leg on him for sure.
You have the warrant for the murder, right?
Oh wow! Yeah, he's disconnected from reality.
You will be hospitalized. You are going to be fined and hospitalized.
The British lady thinks that we have hospital for him.
Yeah.
Well, I remember a dull moment in L.A.
All right.
The fires.
Well, what are the... Okay. let's just say this. We've crafted a society where we have piles and piles and piles of deranged, drug-addled, and crazy people just sort of
milling about.
And so people go, somebody stole my dog, or somebody hit my cat with a machete, or somebody started a fire. Yeah, I don't know. How else do you think this is how else would this go?
It's kind of countrywide. It's in Nashville. They had like these guys that were, they shove them out of the town, the bar town, but they're like sauntering around in the shadows all day. And it's kind of like a zombie apocalypse where all the zombies stay hidden in the shadows until the night comes out, and then they run wild.
It's a strange thing that we've become accustomed to, and it's interesting. It's kind of interesting. It's like when you see a guy with a really fat wife, and you're thinking to yourself, man, you're in pretty good shape for a 56-year-old dude, but your fucking wife is huge, and you go, and then you think to yourself, how long have they been? I've been married for 27 years, and you go, your wife's so fat, and you think, how'd that happen? And then you go, oh, she gained 8 pounds a year for the last 20. But I'll tell you how it happens. Slowly.
Yeah.
Slowly. If you just went to bed with your bride and you just woke up with today's version of Lena Dunham, you'd be like, holy fuck, what the fuck? But if your bride just put on 7 pounds a year.
You wouldn't even notice.
For the last 21 years.
Every Christmas.
Then here we
7,
are.
14,
right. And
21.
That's what we do with homelessness and junk and graffiti and failing schools and everything. It's real slow. It's real slow, and it just keeps happening. And eventually, you're just stepping over a homeless guy to pick up your mail versus, sleeping with this sow of a wife of yours. And listen, it's a two-way street. Guys get fat too. It's the same thing. I'm trying to think. Here's a challenge for you.
All right.
You're a fitness expert.
All right.
I'm gonna put this up to the peanut gallery. I feel like I see skinny guys with fat chicks, and I feel like I see two fat people, the fat couple, skinny guy with fat chick, and I guess there's skinny guy with skinny
gal
with fat dude.
Yep.
What's more prevalent in the long marriage, like in the 20-year marriage department?
Come on, man. Your old lady gets fat. That's just standard. You know what I mean?
But the dude
other
gets
direction,
fat.
Yeah. But his chick ain't skinny. 9 out of 10, unless he got some dollar bills, y'all.
Okay, so I don't even know what you said. All right, but the point is this.
Mayhem.
I kind of like. You know what I like? I like the tacit agreement of we're both getting fat. I like that thing where it's like, it's just you go, look, I'm 63, you're 67. Do you really give a fuck?
Yeah.
And wouldn't you rather have ribs tonight than kale? And it's like, yep. Okay, so we're both just going to be fat, and no one's going to want to fuck us, and that's fine. The mutual assured destruction. And that's it. I understand that world.
Yeah, I get it, yeah. I feel like sometimes that's nice. When I see a nice couple out to Huskies, I'm very happy for them. They're enjoying their food, ribs, sauce all over their face, partly part of the sexuality, I think that it's good for them. I think America needs to chub up again.
Oh, we're there. All right, so anyway, we have oodles of crazed people who walk amongst us, and they never go home, and they don't have a mortgage, and they don't need insurance, and they don't need anything other than to just sort of live. And then we get these weird random acts, like who's got the chainsaw and is cutting down all those trees in downtown? You know how long it takes to grow one of those trees? And that guy did it all in 30 seconds, cut down 14 trees. What? And then we do this weird thing. Who would do that? It's like, well, a crazy person would do that.
I'll posit this to you, all right? If we had to stay in this room, right? Schizophrenic guy sitting right there, okay? A scary gangbanger sitting right here, and you had to sit here, all right, for 9 months and eat a bag of lunch. That was all you got. Just slop all the time. How long before you start acting weird? And what if somebody come up to you and, hey, I have this substance in my hand that will make you forget that you're here?
Drugs.
Yeah. Oh, how long before Adam Carolla starts chopping down trees and lighting fires?
Listen, first off, I would look forward to prison these days. I got a busy schedule. Number one. Number two, I'm not saying, here's what I'm saying.
I'm saying it's a factory. It's like, it's not a bug. It's a feature, not a bug.
I get it. Listen, everything needs to work. Everything needs to be revamped and work. But what I'm saying is letting people stroll around the street with the machete and a load in their pants that's not the answer.
Yeah, you're right.
We need some other version of this.
But like no hospital take them to? There's you know what I mean? There's like barely any jail space for all the other crimes that's going on.
Well, look. Okay. First things first. We can dance around the symptoms or we can go to the cause. The cause are fucked up, broken families. We need to focus on that. If everyone's last name was Gutenberg, we'd all have a sandwich in our belly and a song on our lips.
And a seat at the kitchen table.
And a seat at the kitchen table because his mom, I don't know if you heard, I gave her a 9 in the sandwich department.
I mean, sandwich-tastic.
Steve Gutenberg is Steve Gutenberg because Steve Gutenberg comes from a real fucking solid-ass family that took the time to tell him right from wrong and toast him some nice rye and make him a wonderful sandwich. So that's how Steve... Now, Dad was a raging alcoholic and Mom was never around and so on and so forth, and then he got pushed out in the streets when he was 14, then we might have a different version of Steve Gutenberg. So can we at least... Let's figure out... There's a great line in the Freddie Blassie wrestler song called Pencil Neck Geek. Do you know that song?
I mean, I heard that term many a times. I call people that.
Professional wrestler wrote a novelty song called Pencil Neck Geek, grit eating freak, no good moron with a lousy physique. He's a one-way, no-good losing streak. Nothing but a pencil neck geek.
Well, this is like a common insult around my town.
He goes, at the end of the song, he goes, they say these pencil neck geeks are a dime a dozen. I'm looking for the guy providing the dimes. and I'm like,
That's good. That's
homeless
good.
people are a dime a dozen. Who's providing the fucking dimes? How did these people are like, well, I came here from Nebraska. Okay, where's your home? Where's your fucking dad? Where's your system? Where's your safety fucking net? Where you? What's going on with you? What's going on with your family? My kids can't be homeless because they got me and they got their mom and I work and I'm semi-sober and I will take care of my kids. They will always have a sofa to live in. If I have to pay to get them help or rehab or whatever, then that's what we're going to do. So we don't have to worry about them. Pencil Neck Geek. Can you play it? Just play the end. And you can hear Freddie Blassie.
Get a YouTube takedown over this.
Oh. Are we allowed to play this?
I know. I don't know.
I don't know.
The rules.
There's a master list, essentially, of major labels. So I don't think this is in the
you sure?
Paradigm. We'll see.
Warner Media Group owns that. You never know. I got taken down a few times.
All right. Well, you guys could go look. Just go look.
I'm Blassie. Right, I realize that. I just thought perhaps we could improve on the
you know something, engineer?
All right, forget it. Let's just play the end. Don't even play it. Just play it at home. I don't want to fucking deal with it. I don't even know what the rules are. Nobody knows what the rules are.
I got some more morbid California news.
I want to play you. I want to play you a tape. It's a LA City Councilwoman, Imelda Padilla, which is. Okay, a lot of the problems that we're having right now are chick think, and everyone hates it when I say that, but that's what we're dealing with. We elected too many dingbat chicks. We put them in too many big positions of power. They have some sort of version of life that doesn't really exist. It's up in their head. Here's basically what it is. They would half these dingbats would stand in Tiburon on the other side of the bay. The other half would stand in San Francisco, and they would dream of a bridge. And they would discuss a bridge, and they would talk about the children need a bridge, and they want to live in it, and no bridge would ever get built. Because some fucker at the end of the day has got to go do it, and they're not doing any of it. But they would dream of a day, and they would have marches, and they would have slogans, and they would talk about it, and they would have discussion groups, and half of them would stand in Tiburon, and half of them would stand in San Francisco, and they would dream of a bridge, and they would discuss a bridge, and they would get elected on a bridge, but there'd never be a bridge would ever get built with these dingbats.
Do you realize there is an actual real world recent example of that in New York City? They spent $100 million to light all the bridges in New York. Guess how many bridges are lit? Zero. $100 million are gone. And all the lights are still in a box in storage that New York City paid $2 million to store for the last 7 years.
So that's chick think right there. And look, there are a lot of dudes that are infected with chick think. Look how Gavin Newsom crosses his legs. Look how Barack Obama crosses his legs. Look at how Justin Trudeau crossed. That's all chick think. It's not all. You can have a cock and balls and suffer from chick think. But we may have a new leader in the clubhouse, Nithya Raman, who's always a perpetual leader because she wanted to blame Toyota for making catalytic converters super easy to steal. We have Councilwoman Imelda Padilla, and
she's one of my favorites.
She's talking to the police chief, and she's got an idea. By the way, it's also stupid but empowered is a very dangerous. Like what we have is a lot of stupid and righteous, and that's a problem. So listen to her.
All right.
I'm asking creativity question here. What can your department do to do more to warn us, to warn the business community that outside of our LA borders, coming in from Inglewood, coming in from Antelope Valley, I don't know, you can warn us so that we can warn our folks
about
in the spirit of your loyalty to the city of Los Angeles.
All right, hold on. So she's saying to the police chief who's trying to enforce laws that if you're really loyal to Los Angeles, you are going to warn our illegal lawbreakers that ICE is coming in so they can avoid participating in the law when they're here illegally. So a city councilwoman, her concern, she's not talking about rebuilding the Palisades. She's talking to a dude and saying, give everyone a heads up so they can run before the law shows up, even though you are the law in this city. All right, so that's her request, by the way. She wants to know what he can do about it. We'll hear what his answer is.
Weird.
So you're asking me to warn you about an enforcement action being taken by another agency before it happens?
Yeah.
Yeah, we can't do that.
Why not?
That would be obstruction of justice. You may want to talk to the city attorney about that.
Where's the city attorney? Aren't they here? I see her officers. Where's she?
We got a real problem in this city.
We'll hear from the city attorney after we hear from LAPD. We can revisit it then.
Okay. Yeah, because I mean, they're en route. We know they're coming. We know they're coming to bring disruption. There's no way that we can know.
No, I don't know how to even respond to that.
Wasn't she just here? Who took her?
This is performative, though.
Where did she go?
We'll come back.
Be this stupid.
Can you? To some other business, but we can come back. We'll give you the opportunity to ask her.
No.
Yeah, we don't do that. We're not gonna broadcast for, like, the FBI is looking for a terrorist suspect, say, right? Are we going to tell, hey, the FBI is coming looking for you?
Yeah, but see, there's a difference between someone's coming because they're going to, go get...
I'm using that as an example, but no, we're not allowed to do that. That would be completely inappropriate and illegal.
She's pissed. What's going on?
Is she coming?
Let's get the city attorney.
She'll come later. She'll come after. We would.
Right. She's a dope. Yeah. First off, these people are fucking dumb, which is scary because we're like, hey, we gotta work something out with the aqueduct system, and they're like, I don't know what that fucking is, but I am worried. But the gay pride parade is coming. That I can talk about. Listen. Here's the bottom line. I know no one likes it. They don't want to hear it. Once you get enough of these people, you're fucked because they're in charge. I mean, they're making policy and they're fucking dumb. And now they dumb. They want the opposite of everything you want. So it's a combo of dumb and wants the opposite of whatever you want. I want filled aqueducts and less street vendors. That's illegal street vendors with filled aqueducts. She wants no aqueducts and tons of street vendors, I guess. Or maybe they don't know what they want. I don't know. Did this person beat out Nithya Raman blaming Toyota? I just don't think. I've learned that you cannot beat Steve Gutenberg's mom in the sandwich department, and I've learned you cannot beat Nithya Raman in the dingbat.
Yeah.
I'm going to put a microphone in front of my fucking retarded mouth and say shit to people who are all going to think I'm clinically insane. Department. I don't think you can. Blaming Toyota.
I know, yeah.
And also, not only blaming Toyota, sounding like a fucking imbecile while she's saying it. She's like, they make a thing that's super easier to steal than like a MacBook Pro. Okay, bitch, I don't know what you're saying. What is the suggestion? Well, then Toyota should pay. Okay, no one knows what the fuck you're talking about. You sound like a retarded person. I have no idea how you got to this position, but I will tell you, it's a critical mass thing. People go, how much of this can we absorb? And you know what I say? You know what I tell them, Mayhem? I say, the ocean. The ocean is amazing. And it heals and it repairs and it can take almost everything you throw at it. You know, tankers, spills and pollution and rivers of toxic waste just flowing,
churning along.
It just keeps churning. But eventually, eventually fish start floating to the top.
Exactly.
Eventually.
Yeah.
And we can take a whole bunch of fucking dumb broads with horrible ideas and bad policy.
Yeah.
We can keep it, but eventually,
the tipping point comes.
Eventually, we'll have so many fucking dingbats making so many bad ideas that the place may burn down.
I know.
Yes.
It's something about empathy. Like if we have a team, we have to have somebody to slow the juggernauts down, right? Somebody. But now we hired all those whiny types to allegedly build bridges and tunnels and fix fires.
They don't do anything but talk about the trans community and then get angry at the police chief. All right, let's do one more. What do you got? Or two more.
Man.
Give me a choice.
All right, I'm going to give you a choice about a Burger King worker or an American Idol music boss getting murdered.
Oh, yeah. That's a crazy story. First things first, they're murdered in a very nice part of this city, which is Encino.
And not only that, they had a fortified castle around them and had gone to the security store about a previous break-in. Attempted, I should say.
Yeah, so they're living in what I could see from looking at it in the neighborhood and sort of just eyeballing the square footage and that whole 9 yards. They're living in a $6 to $9 million home.
Yeah,
and it has a high wall around it. It has security cameras
and put
everywhere.
The bars on the top, the spiky kind of bars.
They spiked the top of the gate. They did everything. Here's kind of the bottom line. If I just said I'm going to hire an assassin to kill Mayhem,
be pretty simple. Just wait
really
outside the gym.
You could go, I'm going to get a bulletproof vest, and I'm going to look left and right after I leave my apartment or something. It's like, it's not really doable. Yeah. He's going to get you at some point.
If somebody sends a torpedo, you know what I mean? It's fire and forget. Like, this kid's going to prison forever.
Right. This is a... So Encino used to be a really nice neighborhood, and so did that part of the valley. And then crime started kind of... Something happened, and what happened in the last several years in this city, it happened with crime the same way it happened with homelessness. Crime, when you'd go to the inner city and you'd go to the barrio and you'd go to South Central, there's always bars on all the windows. And these are junker houses with these shitty bars. It's also kind of a weird thing where it's like, well, we live in a society where you're not in prison, but you have to sort of put bars. Yeah. Your kid will grow up staring out a window through bars.
Yeah.
Later on, maybe he'll see bars in his prison cell. Yeah. But either way, we live in that society. And those houses would always get robbed. But if you really think about it, what's in the poor guy's house?
Yeah, no, yeah. Maybe
how
a flat
much?
screen, yeah.
Maybe.
Maybe.
I mean, how much good stuff's in there?
Kilo of cocaine.
And the poor people also lived in Skid Row.
Mm-hmm.
And I always sort of thought to myself, if I was homeless, I'd go to fucking Santa Barbara and be homeless. I'd go homeless by the beach with the rich people. I would live in a nice, if I just said you're homeless, yeah, you can live wherever you want. Well, then I'd pick a nice neighborhood to live in. But the homeless lived in, Skid Row, and then they all robbed each other in the neighborhood, in the hood. And then at some point, the robbers and the homeless went, wait a minute. Why are we robbing the poor people where we live? They don't got shit in their house. Why don't we go to Encino? They have nice stuff there. And the homeless people went, wait up, because I'll live in Encino too. What the fuck am I flopped around in South Central for? I'm going to Encino too. And they all went. And so now we have homeless in the nice neighborhoods, and then we have crime in the nice neighborhoods. And the real problem with when you're in a nice neighborhood like Encino, or you're in a nice neighborhood like Hancock Park, you can get back to the barrio real fucking fast from the nice neighborhood. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You want to be, if you're on top of some hill deep in Malibu or something, then where are you going? It's going to take a long time to get back in the hood. It's going to take you a half hour just to be in Calabasas with the Kardashians. And that's kind of what you want. But Encino's had like a lot of break-ins and, just
they
weird,
say
scary
that this
stuff.
could have been sort of random. He jumped the fence and kind of laid in wait for 30 minutes.
Well, the guy broke into the house.
Mm-hmm.
The alarm went off. Our neighbor saw it, and they called the cops.
Yes.
This is the sad part. The cops showed up, and the cops were like, we can't get into the house because it's fortified.
Yeah.
And they weren't going crazy over the fence into the shrub like the 22-year-old gunman did.
Yes.
So they came to the house while the gunman was in the house.
Yeah.
Before the couple came home.
Yes.
And then they probably hit the buzzer a few times, and then they left. And then the couple came home and were shot dead by the guy who broke in their house, which is tragic. But it's even more tragic that the fucking cops were there before they got there.
Yeah, I know. Yeah. But what would you want? Like, the cops jump the fence and do a sweep?
I had the cops jump the fence. I was in a towel, but I was drinking. Yeah, okay. You caught me. I did have the cops jump over a fence and come into my house.
And you were pretty pissed, right?
No, because the reason it was a faulty alarm, but I wasn't pissed because the alarm went off. I wasn't aware the alarm went off, and they were responding to the alarm. Yeah. So I'm not. First off, fuck everyone that gets annoyed.
Yeah.
Fuck you. These people, and I'll tell you who these people are. They're the people where, like, you order a sectional sofa, right? You order it, you pay for it, and then at some point, 6 weeks later, there's a moving van, a cube van with the thing, and it's being delivered, right? And right at that time, your ex-wife or this person, could be a roommate or whoever, the person that lives in the house with you, they come pulling up the driveway, and the cube truck that's got the sectional sofa in it's being dropped off is blocking them. And then they come in, and they're fucking coming the fucking front door with a head of steam. What's going on? I couldn't park. It's like, bitch, you're getting a fucking free sofa. These guys are dropping it off. They're going to be here for 10 minutes. Shut the fuck up. You're not allowed to be pissed. You're not allowed to be pissed. I know you're pissed because you were coming up the driveway and you couldn't get to the garage, but shut up. You're not allowed to be pissed. You're getting a fucking free sofa, and these guys are bringing it in the house. So shut up. Shut up. It's very specific. No, I've run into this my entire life. Shut up. You're not allowed to be pissed. This is on you. This is timing. You're getting a free sofa. My alarm went off. Cops are banging on my door. I answered the fucking door, and there are 4 of them standing there. It was on TMZ, and I'm like, huh? And it's like, the alarm went off. And I'm not allowed to be pissed. I don't care. I was drinking wine. I was watching Sports Center. But I'm not allowed to be pissed because they're doing their job just like the furniture guy.
Yeah, well, this guy didn't, they didn't do the job.
I don't know. This is, I'll tell you what we're going to do. We are going to this is going to give way. If Nithya Raman and Dingbat number 1, LA City Councilwoman, can find time, we need some protocol where the cop has the cell phone number of the house. Here's the address.
I was thinking exactly
Here's the number. Hey, if you're a taxpayer and you're going out to dinner, you should want the cops to have that information. And then they would call you or text you, and they would say,
there's no communication.
We've come to your home. No. We cannot get in. Would you like to give us the gate code? We can enter, or we can wait here until you return and escort you in that. There's going to be protocol from now on.
Mm-hmm.
All right. You can see me. I'm going to be at the Pabst Theater in Milwaukee doing shows there. That's coming up July 20th. And I'm everywhere. I'm in Portland at the Aladdin Theater, August 7th. Just go to adamcarolla.com for all the live shows. And nice job, Mayhem. And until next time, the Sandwich King, Steve Gutenberg, Adam Carolla Mayhem saying, mahalo.